On Fresno State Focus, age is nothing but a number. See how one bike enthusiast won't let anything slow him down.
And Mutton Bustin' is back at the Big Fresno Fair. We'll take you there live because it's the toughest sport on wool after all.
Plus, have you heard of coffee on wheels? We'll show you how this small business puts a new twist on how you can get your coffee fix. Fresno State Focus starts now. Hello and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Chelsea Chavera.
And I'm Morelli Tovar. Rolling blackouts are happening across Northern California right now. PG&E is shutting off power to try and prevent wildfire like the one that burned through Sonoma County 2 years ago. The areas highlighted in pink are where the power's been shut off. Some have it back again, but could lose it again using three phrases. PG&E is turning off power to nearly 800,000 customers today through tomorrow. The utility says it will help prevent wildfires with power lines blowing in today's windy conditions. More rolling blackouts are planned for the Los Angeles area tomorrow. The designers of the wildly popular game Fortnite are getting sued. Two parents say the game is as destructive as cocaine. In fact, they say the designers of the game consulted with psychologists to perfect the game to make it addictive. In June, the World Health Organization listed gaming disorder as a mental health condition where people feel restless when they aren't playing, and lie to friends about how much time they do play video games.
Fresno State is presenting the next guest speaker for the Pay It Forward Luncheon. Tomorrow from 11:30 to 1:30, Dr. Karen Hubner will be interacting with students and community professionals. Hubner is a historian and a polymathlete. Polymath describes a person whose expertise on multiple subjects can combine them in ways to solve problems. She is described as a polymathlete for the career she has had as a tennis player before becoming a historian. The U.S. Centers for Disease and Control and Prevention says that syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia is at an all-time high. The rates have been rising the past 5 years. Alaska, Mississippi, and Nevada have had the highest reported rates of STDs. If they are treatable, but if they are left untreated, they can cause problems like infertility and sometimes death.
Flu season is here, and now is the time to get the flu shot. It is a major public health concern in Fresno. This past summer, the county confirmed 26 flu deaths. Knowing how to handle this virus can help prevent the spread. Joining me today to talk about the flu is Letitia Berber from the Department of Public Health. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you, Lily.
So I want to talk about the flu, but before we do, I would like to ask you a question regarding STDs. I read a report today that stated that Fresno is at a higher rate in syphilis. Is this true?
That is correct, Ellie. Right now we have a high number of congenital syphilis, meaning that this is a situation where a baby is born with syphilis, meaning that the mother did not have any, it was infected with syphilis, either didn't have any prenatal care, did not get screened, or did not get any treatment. And we have these babies being born without the chance of being born with healthy.
Thank you for that, Letitia. Moving on to the flu, people are being urged to get the flu shot this year more than ever before. Why is that?
Flu seasons are very unpredictable. We don't know how we're going to get hit with what. So the best prevention we have is the flu vaccine. As soon as the flu vaccine is available, please get your flu vaccine. It takes about 2 weeks for the flu vaccine to become active and protect you against the flu. We started giving flu vaccines September 14th, and we are continuing to give flu vaccines throughout the season. So the flu again is very unpredictable. Last year we have over 20-something deaths in Fresno County that could have been preventable. Again, the flu season officially started. It starts in October 1st and it goes all the way to May. So if you do have access to a clinic, please get your flu vaccine. Pharmacies are giving out flu vaccines, doctor's offices, the health department, health fairs. There's a lot of opportunities for students to get their flu vaccine right now.
Now, can students get it at the health department for free, or does it cost?
Yes, you can get it at the health department for free. You can get it at any of our flu clinics. If you go to our website, we are throughout Fresno County distributing our flu vaccine. So yes, please go to our website, and students are welcome to our flu clinics.
That is very useful information that can help prevent the spread of the flu and help us live a healthier life. We've been speaking to Letitia Berber. Thank you for joining us. If you are looking to obtain medical services like the flu shot, make sure to check out the Fresno State's Community Health Mobile Unit. They offer services at no cost. The next 2 stops will be in Fireball tomorrow at the Arambula Resource Fair from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and at the Fireball Senior Center from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Back to you, Chelsea.
It is Pride Week at Fresno State. It all started with the Pride Week Kickoff Resource Fair on Monday. Students visited booths in front of the free speech area. They heard from a representative of the Henry Madden Library, and The Source, which is an LGBTQ group. A Fresno State Allies Network was also there.
It's very important for our LGBTQ plus students to have like a safe and welcoming environment on campus, but it's also important for our non-LGBTQ plus students to become aware of LGBTQ plus identities and experiences.
Pride Week will close off with a Pride Party this Friday at the Henry Madden Library. For more information, contact the Cross Cultural and Gender Center in the Thomas Building. Women's Studies professor Catherine Faubert is here to speak with us about the events that are happening on campus and how Fresno State has been proactive by helping the LGBTQ community. Thanks for joining us, Catherine.
Hi.
So do you want to tell us that all these events have been happening on campus this week? How have you been helping with that?
Well, so I teach in women's studies, so I teach LGBT studies as well. So, and with that, then I'm also part of the LGBT Allies, which is a faculty and staff association. And this week we've offered something that we usually always offer every semester, which is called Safe Zone, which is a training around LGBTQ inclusivity directed towards faculty, staff, but students can also come to it. And when you do the Safe Zone training, you get a certificate, and it's one way to sort of create a more inclusive environment. I'm also proudly the advisor of the United Student Pride, which is a fantastic students group here, dedicated to creating an opening, welcoming, and enlifting environment for LGBTQ plus students as well as allies.
Yeah, and so I see that there has been the Q Clothing pop-up shops have been happening. There's 2 this month, and there's going to be 2 next month. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So this is a wonderful initiative that's been started by the Cross Cultural Gender Center. Kiana Medina is one of those, is very much the founder of that, and it's dedicated to creating an opportunity for students, staff, faculty, as well as community members to have access to a gender-inclusive clothing closet. There are many places that you can get free clothing if you can't afford it or you need help with it, but oftentimes they're very exclusionary, particularly to those who are gender nonconforming or identify LGBTQ. So this clothing closet is a real gift to Fresno community because we don't really have one of those places. So people can come, try on clothes, exchange clothes, and feel good in an environment that's very affirming and safe.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kat. We've been talking with Professor Catherine Faubert.
After a traffic accident, most people would be terrified to drive the next day, but not the rider you're about to see. Throughout the years, this man's passion for motorcycles keeps growing.
This is Michael Hefner, and he loves speed.
My dad said the biggest mistake he ever made was buying me a little motorbike when I was 10 years old, because I've been crazy about him ever since.
Although Mike loves riding motorcycles, it has not always been easy.
At the age of 47, Mike was driving a motorcycle similar to this one. He was going over 130 miles per hour when a deer suddenly jumped in front of his pathway. He was thrown across the road, and his bike shattered into pieces.
I flew through the air, and I landed on the back of my head and my neck and my shoulder was the first thing that impacted the ground.
But that didn't stop him from doing what he loves. And his girlfriend, Carol Griffith, supports his love for bikes.
He has such a passion for all kinds of motorcycles, dirt bikes, street bikes. There's a bike for every adventure.
Through the years, their bike collection keeps growing.
I just bought one the other day, but I still have to go pick it up.
For Mike, 15 bikes is not enough when you want to be
The fastest kid on my block. You know, that's all I cared. Until the day I die, I want to be the fastest.
For some neighbors, it was shocking to find out who was behind the helmet.
I just can't believe someone at his age is riding a super fast motorcycle.
His age is nothing but a number, and it won't stop him from living his life one ride at a time.
If you would like to read the full story on Mike's accident, please visit our website at FresnoStateFocus.com. He is such a kind-hearted person and passionate about what he does.
He's very passionate. That is so impressive.
It is, definitely.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, we'll give you an inside look on what the editor-in-chief of the Collegian has to say.
And after 4 years of being gone, a fan favorite is back. See what reporter Brittany Steele has to say about kids hanging onto sheep for dear life.
Plus, jacket or no jacket, I'll have your focus on the weather when we come back.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
This is our Fresno State, forming relationships and learning experiences that last a lifetime, making friends who are like family, learning from professors who treat us like family, and earning a degree to make a better future for our family. Engaging our alumni generation by generation by generation. This is our Fresno State. Welcome to the family.
There's a new way to work out at Fresno State, and it's outside. Fresno State launched its new outdoor fitness court, which is located between the North and South Gym. The fitness court was built as part of the university's Be Bold plan. First Lady Mary Castro spoke at the ribbon cutting and said that this plan aims to help students be stronger and feel more empowered. The students agree.
There's a lot of movements that I can do, like lunges and jump lunges, but they have an elevated assist on it, and so that'll give you a good momentum to push back on. So I'm excited because it's like new things, and I love trying out new things.
The fitness court was built as 7 movement cores, including core, legs, and arms. The equipment is also safe to use in the sun. The only part that gets too hot to touch is the back piece holding it together. The court is always open and is free. Looks like perfect weather for an outdoor workout.
Gina Avalos is here with your focus on weather.
You know what? It's slightly perfect. No, there's a little bit of wind, as you can see right here on our national satellite. Sorry, let's go ahead and actually go to our beauty shot. Okay, right here, our beauty shot is going to be right here outside of the Speech Arts building. As you can see, there is a little bit of wind coming in. But now that we look at our national satellite, as you can see right over here on the East Coast, a lot of movement. But over here on the West Coast, when we take a little closer look, a dry cold front is coming in, and that explains our windy weather. I apologize. Our windy weather right now. If we take a look, currently the Stockton all through the board, 70s and 80s. Stockton 76, Modesto 70, Stockton 77, Modesto 76. But in Fresno, we are at 79. Tonight, the temperatures are going to go a bit down. It is going to be cooler. Stockton 55, Modesto 53, Fresno 49, and of course, Oakhurst a little bit colder. Now, if we look at our, we focus on our air quality, moderate all throughout the board. So not the best air quality, but we're getting there. And then our extended outlook right now, we see today it is 78. On Thursday, it'll be 76. In the evening, it'll be 45. On Friday, it's going to be 78 and 45 in the evening. On Saturday, you're going to look, it's going to go back up to the 80s. But in the evening, it's going to be 47, and that is going to be 80s throughout the whole, and that was your weather focus. Back to you, Chelsea.
We need to share a clarification on last week's story about the Collegian's request for more funding. We reported the student newspaper received 77% of student fees for operation. The Collegian editor says it actually receives only 6.25% from the student fees, not 77%. The paper is asking for an extra $4 to keep the Collegian from shutting down.
The Collegian is an institution on campus and a newspaper partner to us here at Fresno State Focus. Elizabeth Clavijo takes us into the newsroom to find out from the editor-in-chief, Seth Casey, what's in this week's paper.
That's right. I'm actually here at the Collegiate newsroom with editor-in-chief Seth Casey, who's going to tell us about the biggest stories of the week. Hi, Seth. Can you tell me a little bit more about Pride Week this week?
Yeah. So Pride Week is going on right now. There was the kickoff event on Monday, and there will be multiple events throughout the week. So our reporter Rachel Lewis attended and listened to some speakers talk about the community on campus.
And I did hear that there was robots here on campus. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
There is, yeah. So there was a new technology unveiled at the Industrial Tech Building. They have a state-of-the-art citrus processing line, and it utilizes a new robotic arm to palletize boxes.
And we do know, as we know, this is the last weekend for the Big Fresno Fair. Can you tell me anything fun about that?
Yeah, so our editor, Christina Tran, went out to the fair, and she noticed a craze going on right now with all the food vendors. It's the hot Cheeto phase, so they're doing corn dogs and nachos and fries, all with crumbles of hot Cheetos and hot Cheetos baked in. So she thought that was really exciting and tasty.
Do you plan on going to the fair today or sometime this week?
I might go this weekend. Yeah, I'm thinking about trying those hot Cheetos myself.
That's fun. Well, we have been here at the Collegiate newsroom in Fresno. Elizabeth Clavijo, Fresno State Focus.
The Collegian's at the fair. Everyone's at the fair. If you haven't had your chance to go to the fair yet, you still have time. The Big Fresno Fair runs through this weekend.
One thing that's new at the fair this year is mutton bustin'. That's where Brittany Steele is live right now.
Yes, Janet and Chelsea, mutton busting is back here at the Big Fresno Fair. This event has not been at the fair since 2015. The fair likes to rotate their events, but so many people asked for it, they brought it back this year. You can see behind me is the arena. Our internet isn't the best right now, so I can't really move to show you, but you can see the arena behind me. We have the ewes just behind me. They are moving around, they're eating grass. The 4 p.m. show just finished up, so we can't talk to them right now as they're getting ready for the next one, but let's take a look at how the first show of the day went. Now, mutton busting is a lot like bull riding, but for children. These children are hanging on to the sheep for dear life, trying to ride across the arena or stay on for 6 seconds. If the rider stays on the sheep for 6 seconds, the child is scored like a bull rider. And the rider that stays on their sheep the longest wins a chance to compete in the championship rounds, the last day of the fair. This teaches riders the value of confidence, sportsmanship, and safety. Mutton busting teaches children to have a lot of fun and to just come out here and hold on for dear life. Mutton busting is considered the toughest sport on wool and children 4 to 7 are allowed to compete. They also have to be under 60 pounds. If you haven't come out, please make sure you do. Parents, you can sign your children up online if they would like to participate. Make sure to come out early because spots fill up fast. Live at the Big Fresno Fair, I'm Brittany Steele. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Brittany. And remember that the fair runs through Monday. Did you know about mutton busting?
I have not, but now I'm very interested in it.
Me too, it looks so fun.
Coming up in sports, see how the equestrian team made history against the now #4 ranked school in the nation.
And see who is receiving an honor from the Fresno County Athletics Hall of Fame.
Plus, see how one sport is encouraging students to join in on the art form of it all. Janet Vasquez is coming up next with your Focus on Sports.
I got the bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head.
Up in my head.
I got that bulldog spirit up in my head. Up in my head to say. I got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart to stay. I got that bulldog spirit down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes, I got that bulldog spirit. Down in my toes, hey! Down in my toes to stay. I got that bulldog spirit. Up in my head, deep in my heart. Down in my toes, I got that bulldog spirit. All over me to stay. I got that bulldog spirit. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart, deep in my heart. Got that bulldog spirit.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
I truly feel the heartbeat of everyone who's invested in this place, and I know why we're here. To develop our young men into winners in every respect, as people of character and leaders of integrity. To demonstrate what it is to be a community working as one, respecting traditions and creating new ones. That's building something bigger than just a great football team. That's being a bulldog.
Welcome back, I'm Janet Vasquez. Here's your quick focus on sports. Way to go, Fresno State equestrian team. For the first time in program history, Fresno State beat Texas A&M. Going into the Bulldog home opener Saturday morning, the Aggies were number 2 in the division, the Bulldogs number 9. The Dogs took the lead 3-2 in the fences category. That's the most fences points for the Bulldogs this season. Then in horsemanship, the Bulldogs fell to the Aggies 3-2, leaving the score at halftime all tied up in the second half. The Aggies took the lead in the flat event, but the Bulldogs fought back. It came down to the wire in the last reining event, and the Dogs pulled ahead, securing their first ever win against the Aggies with a final score of 11-9. This weekend in Fresno State football is taking on Air Force. In our partnership with the Fresno State Collegian, Managing Editor Anthony De Leon is here to talk about what the Collegian is covering in sports this week. Thanks for being here, Anthony. This is a new segment, and we're glad to be joining forces.
Glad to be here.
Okay, so it's been a long bye week. What can you tell us about Fresno State's matchup against Air Force this week?
Okay, so after the bye week and 2 favorable matchups against New Mexico State and Sacramento State, Fresno State's going to be traveling to Colorado, facing a 3-2 Air Force team. And they're going to, Air Force has been facing every team so far very tough, and they run a triple option, which is very hard to defend.
And what about the offense?
On the offense, their main focus is going to have to be the run game. You have the power running of Josh Hokett, you got the finesse of Ronnie Rivers. Put those together, you have great success. And then getting Amori Edwards and Jalen Cropper involved makes Jorge Reyna's job much easier.
And the MLB playoffs are in full swing. How is former Bulldog Aaron Judge doing so far?
So last night was Game 3 of the ALDS. Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees took on the Minnesota Twins, swept them, won the series. Moving over to the ALCS, and one step closer to the World Series. Judge had a decent performance, 3 for 9, 4 walks, 3 runs scored, and the main thing is that they're moving on.
Yeah, and someone who is a big Aaron Judge fan and was probably cheering him on in the stands here at Fresno State is getting a big award. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so Iman Perkins, big Fresno State fan, always at the baseball games, cheering on the Bulldogs, many Diamond Dogs throughout the years. He's getting an award from the Fresno County Athletic Hall of Fame for his support. He's getting the Zinkin Award, which it's for community excellence. And congratulations to him, and if you guys happen to see him, say hi.
A big award for a big fan. We've been speaking to Anthony De Leon, managing editor of the Collegian. Anthony will be here every week to talk about sports. Back to you, Aurelie.
Throwing a Frisbee is almost an art form. Some people spend their entire lives trying to perfect it. Gina Avalos shows us how Fresno State students bond over ultimate Frisbee.
Oh, Tyrone! Oh.
Anthony Perez lives to play ultimate Frisbee.
Because it's a fun game, like, who wouldn't want to play?
Perez remembers when he first started playing.
When I first started, I didn't know how to throw a Frisbee, like, to save my life. And then, like, after, like, now where I'm at now, I could throw it, like, many different ways. I could throw it pretty far, pretty accurate. And just so crazy to think about, like, how I started to, like, how I am now.
Sergio Centeno has been playing since high school.
We try to keep it competitive, but while also keeping that fun aspect.
They call themselves the Rabbits. They've played universities like Stanford, UCLA, Cal Berkeley, Sacramento, and Long Beach.
The vibe, I guess, is different, like, in the sense that there's a lot more sportsmanship in the game, and, like, teams, like, opposing teams are actually, like, nice to each other, you know?
This sport isn't just for boys. Girls are encouraged to get on the field, grab a Frisbee, and just play. Haley Perkins is one of the only 2 girls on the team.
It's not really like a contact sport, so there's nothing to really worry about in that sense. You really just come out and have fun.
I don't know, it's just so fun. I just get to be so excited to talk about sometimes, and, like, I just want everyone to know, like, about it and, like, get them excited for it too. Like, come on, let's go play some Frisbee. Let's throw the Frisbee and let's do some cool stuff. Let's go.
Perez and his teammates are looking forward to playing and winning this fall. On the green turf, Gina Avalos, Fresno State Focus.
Fresno State's Ultimate Frisbee team is preparing for their first tournament this Halloween. If you'd like to find out more about joining the team, go to our website, FresnoStateFocus.com.
Caffeine is in high demand because so many people rely on it to get their day started or to just keep them going throughout their day. There's one business in town that provides coffee on wheels.
Alex Pugel was looking up Nitro coffees to make at home when he had an epiphany.
I came across a company that made these bikes out of Oregon, and then I wrote the business plan that same day.
He quit his management job to follow his dream of starting his own coffee business, and his wife Erin quit her teaching job to follow him. They haul their Nitro bike to different events up and down the Central Valley because their goal is to get their customers to attend local events.
We live here, we're from here, the majority of our following is here too.
Nitro coffee is different from your regular cold brew coffee because it is kegged and infused with nitrogen gas, leaving the texture foamy and creamy.
They like to switch the flavors for their customers weekly, but they do have their statement drinks, which include the Flash Brew, the Coconut Oolong Tea, and my personal favorite, the Nitro Oat Milk Latte.
All drinks come in cups that help reduce plastic waste and come with paper straws.
I mean, one thing that we really care about and is important to us is definitely the environment and reducing our waste. When we started this business, it kind of blew my mind the amount of trash that we were going through, and we're just a small little tiny business.
I really do like that they use paper straws there instead of plastic. So many coffee shops use so much plastic and it's such a waste, so it's super cool that they do that there.
Although they don't want to give away too much information yet, you may find a permanent spot for them in the near future.
You can learn which different events they will be attending on their Instagram account at the Nitro Bike, or go to our website, FresnoStateFocus.com, for more information. I'm Chelsea Trevera.
And I'm Aurelie Tovar.
And this is Fresno State Focus.
Thank you for joining us.